What's up, guys? It's another episode of Cooking with Lamia. Today I'm gonna make a pasta with zucchini sauce. So I already have some of the stuff I need kind of sorted out and not cut up, but like taken care of. So what you're gonna need for this is one onion, which I already have chopped up. I have two zucchinis, which I already have peeled. I'll show you what I'll do with that in a minute. And I have 4 garlic cloves, which I'll chop those up now. And then I'll show you the process of everything else. So the onion's already out of the way. I'll just take that and actually, you know what? Just leave it. You can leave that on the side if you want. Well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my garlic, chop that up real quick, and kind of just throw it in with the already chopped up onion. Since it's already chopped up, it's not going to make a difference. But so this is a very easy thing to make. It's kind of the same process when doing the pepper sauce that I made. Only difference is that it's peppers and it's not the zucchini. But again, it's pretty much the same process. Very easy. This meal is probably only going to be for me. So again, if you watched my videos in the past, you know how I like to do things. I like to have leftovers all the time, especially during the pandemic, which is always very good. So I'll get started really quick. So I'm going to add oil into my pot, which I'll show you in a minute how everything comes out looking. Alright, so I got the oil taken care of. I'll put that away. And again, you don't want a high flame. You don't want a high flame due to the fact that everything will pretty much burn. You don't want that. You don't want to be scraping pieces of garlic and onion out of your pot when you're done with everything. Like I said, it's a pain in the ass. You don't want to be doing it. You want to be able to relax after you make your meal without having to go crazy cleaning. Anyway, with that being said, I'll show you what to do with this zucchini that I have over here. So what you want to do is you're going to take the zucchini, put it facing yourself, and kind of, well, first what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice it down the middle to make things much easier. So just take it, slice it down the middle, so that it pretty much looks like this when you're done with it. Then what you want to do is take a knife. It could be like a regular butcher's knife, if you want to call it that. And then you're going to just make slices and slice them into pieces. It doesn't have to be too long of a strip, but it'll come, when you do it like this, it's an easier way instead of doing it in chunks. The chunks obviously take a longer time to cook. Not that it makes a difference, but if you don't feel like waiting all day, it's the best way to do it is like this. So once you're done, it'll end up looking like this. You throw them into the pot with the garlic and onion that you have, and when you're done, doing all this, the outcome is pretty much going to be the consistency of, I guess, like if you go to the Chinese restaurant and you get like lo mein or like noodles or whatever, it'll be the consistency of that after you're done frying it. Or, yeah, frying it. I guess that's the proper word. So that'll be the consistency of it. Or browning it, I'm sorry. So, yeah. So that's pretty much what you want to do with that. And again, the same process goes here. You're going to cut it into a line. Keep doing it over and over again. Now, if you think that the pieces are too big, like this, you could always take your knife, slice it down the middle, and there you go. Now you have 2 extra pieces as opposed to just one gigantic piece. You're also going to need 2 cans of sauce. Now, you don't have to go by what I'm saying right now, but what I like to do is I use a can of puree, red pack puree, and I use a can of crushed. Now, the crushed does not have to have, oregano or garlic powder or parsley in it, or basil. That's just what I prefer to use. So, you can use any sauce that you want. Again, I'll show you how it looks really quick. So, this is pretty much how you want your pot to look with everything in it so far. Again, you want to make sure that you're stirring everything as you're going along so that everything doesn't burn. And I mean, even though you don't want things to burn, it's always bound to happen a slight bit. So again, you got your onion, 1 chopped up onion, your 4 garlic cloves all chopped up. You have 2 zucchinis that you must peel. Do not leave the skin on. It will not taste the same at all. Again, a very easy process. It's not even that difficult to do. So yeah, let me just finish chopping this up, and I'll be with you guys briefly. Now, if you get to a point where it's like this, you could always keep on chopping it, or what I like to do sometimes is you just take it like this, face it sideways, and just chop it into tiny little chunks, which I said before, you can't, it's not really recommended to do, but I do it only because I enjoy it. And what I meant before by like chunks is like, in other words, like a thick line or layer of it. It'll all cook regardless. Me, I have all the time in the world due to this fucking quarantine bullshit, so. You know. So it's kind of getting to what I wanted to show you guys. So once it gets a little bit more, I'll show you guys exactly what I mean. And that's it. Now, you could add whatever spices you want into this. You don't have to be specific or, yeah, you don't have to go by what I'm saying 100%. You could always improvise. That's what I always do. You know, people have always given me recipes on how to do certain things, and I always improvise and add in whatever spices I want based on what I like flavor-wise. Again, the second zucchini, take it, slice it right down the middle, put it face down, and just cut it into strips. Now, what I like to do is, once everything is out of the way, cut up, settled, I'll add in some garlic powder, some onion powder. Depending on how I'm feeling, I might add in the Cajun spice, which I always like, kick things up a notch a little bit. It really all depends on what you guys want. And then, once you have everything cooking and everything is sauteed and browned, it should cook for about, well, so on my end, it's 423. I'm going to let this cook until about 6, only because I like everything to be very well done, cooked-wise, and consistency-wise. Alright, so I guess I can show you how this looks to an extent. So, yeah, I'll show you. So now, I had this one zucchini that I had cut up in the beginning of the video. You see the consistency? It's kind of like, it's loose. It's like spaghetti, sort of. And then like a noodle. And that's kind of how you want it to look. Obviously, it's not done yet, but you guys get the idea. This is how you want it to look. And if it doesn't look like that, then you know you're not doing the right thing. Maybe you need more oil in your pot or pan, which it can be done in a pan also. So you might need more oil in your pot or pan, which is fine. It's no, you know, not a big deal. You could always add more. And that's pretty much it. So, and I'll show you guys, you know, the sauce process, and that'll pretty much be the end of this video. Now, I had a couple of people ask me why I don't show the finished product on my page. Mainly because I don't feel like uploading 2 videos back to back at the same time, and I'm very I guess anal, if you want to call it, about cleaning up after I'm done eating. I don't like to leave things a mess. Like to eat and be able to relax when I'm done eating, as opposed to doing other things. So if you haven't already, I highly suggest that you follow my Instagram page, which is Cooking with Lamia. It's a green background. You have a little guy, a little chef guy, looks just like this. You can't miss it. I have all of my pictures on there of all my meals after I've done cooked them. So you guys will be able to see exactly what everything looks like after it's done. What I also highly recommend is the people that are watching this, and for the people that see this on my, whether it be my Facebook page, my regular Instagram page, my cooking Instagram page, if you haven't already, follow my YouTube channel, which is you're watching this on right now. And there's some that don't. Tell your friends, your mother, your father, your family members. Tell people that don't know how to cook that they could watch my videos and learn in a step-by-step basis. It's very simple. Very, very simple to do. It's not hard. I've had people message me on the side and tell me that they learned recipes and learned how to cook based on my videos, which is really, really awesome and really, really interesting and cool. And again, you know guys, like I said multiple times in the video, you got the whole quarantine thing going on. There's no better time to learn how to do things and how to cook than now. I hope that, you know, all you guys are safe and you're all doing the right thing. Chances are that some of you are, chances are some of you aren't, and you're hanging out with your friends even though you're not supposed to. But I guess everybody does things that they're not supposed to do sometimes, right? Alright, so I'm gonna let this brown a little bit more, and in the meantime, maybe in the near future, somebody brought up an interesting idea. So this is gonna be something that once this quarantine is all over with, I'm able to kind of relax a little bit and not be so on edge with things, you know, work-wise and everything else, because aside from doing these videos, which I do for fun, I am an essential worker, so I always have to be on my toes, always have to be busy, always gotta make sure I got my mask on when I'm outside and all this other garbage. So anyway, getting back to what I was gonna say, you know, somebody had recommended that I do this interesting thing called, it's going to be called Lamia's Challenges. So basically, on my YouTube channel, you could either comment on the channel itself, like, subscribe, whatever you want to call it, and basically what comes with this is that you guys can tell me, or perhaps comment things that you want me to make, and I will do my best to make those things. Now, this is not anything baking related. I am not doing, do not comment it, do not ask me to do it. I am not baking, I don't bake, it's not what I do. I don't have the patience to bake. Again, I'll say it one last time, I'm not baking. Don't send me any requests about baking. I'm not doing it. That's not what my channel's called. If it was Baking with me, I would be baking, but it's not. So I'm not doing any baking. Strictly cooking stuff. Like I said, once this quarantine is over, maybe I'll do it a couple of times, depending on how things go and whether I can get the ingredients and all this other stuff. Because again, I don't want to be in the store longer than I have to be with everything that's going on. So Alright, so you have your, you have your zucchini in your pot. That's browning. It should look like this. Again, you want the texture to look like a noodle, more or less. I'm going to let it go a little bit more before I add in my sauce, which is fine. I'm going to add in some salt and onion powder. You want your onion powder. It doesn't have to be the brand I use. It could be any brand. I like to use the Himalayan salt. It's better for you. So I'll add in a little bit of salt, a little bit of garlic powder, and once everything else is out of the way, I got my 2 cans of sauce right here. I got my Red Pack crust, and I have the Red Pack tomato puree. Now the crust, like I was telling you about, if you guys could see this, has the basil, the garlic, and the oregano in it already. So if you don't have those spices at home for whatever reason, maybe you ran out, it is always good to get that particular can just in case you do run out. So now I'm going to add in my 2 cans of sauce. So I'm going to add in my 2 cans of sauce. I always like to use a small spoon to get the top of the lid open. Makes things a lot easier. Always use a spoon to get out the extra sauce that's in your pot or pan, depending on what you use. Now, also, I'll do it in a minute, but what I like to do, and I'll show you guys, is that sometimes you have a little bit of sauce that's in the bottom of the can per se, that you might not be able to get out, and it might make things difficult because you don't want to waste your money. Obviously you're the one that, you paid for this stuff. You don't want to waste any sauce that you're going to use. So as you can see, the bottom of the can has sauce in it that you don't want to go bad. You don't want not that you don't want it to go bad, you don't want to waste it. So what I like to do is I put a little bit of water in it. You kind of mix it around like this, and you just dump it in. And you got most of it out, as you can see. And also, there you go. It's a good spoon holder, so you don't get anything else dirty. So I'll show you guys how it looks in the pot with the sauce. And again, it was 423 when I started this, and I started browning everything. Going to add in some more onion powder into the sauce now that sauce is in the pot. My pink Himalayan salt. And my garlic powder. Now, that's all taken care of. So, now that everything's in the pot, I'll stir it all up so get all the ingredients blend together very nicely. Also, like I said, I'm going to be putting this over the pasta. Going to be using some tri-colored penne pasta, since, not by choice, but that's all they had left in the store, so that's all I was able to get at the moment. And that's pretty much it. So, like I said, you're going to want to cook this for 2 hours. Not very high. I like to do it between 9 and 6, so I always leave my gas on like a 7. If you have an electric stove, I guess maybe like a medium setting. If you want to do it on that, it should be fine. And that's pretty much it. Now again, for the after product, I'll always post it on my Instagram page. Again, it's Cooking with Lamia. You're gonna see a little green background. It's gonna have a guy that looks like this. 5 follow it, send it to your friends, your parents, people that don't know how to cook, that want to learn how to cook. If you have, I don't know, maybe if you're married or something, and maybe, you know, one of you guys don't know how to cook and you're tired of cooking all the time, you show it to your spouse. Maybe they can learn a couple of things. Let me help you. As always, stay hungry. I hope you guys are safe with this whole quarantine that's going on. And, yeah, anything you guys want me to do, any questions you have, feel free to message me, comment, like, subscribe. Thank you. Have a great day.